Welcome back, beautiful people, back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sophia, aka NnukwuAda. I'm a content creator based in Canada, and on my channel I talk about the tips and tricks on how to relocate to Canada through the various different pathways that are available for you. So on today's video, we'll be talking about the latest announcement that was made by the Immigration Minister yesterday, Sean Fraser. I want to explain to you guys what this announcement means, how it affects you, and how you can benefit from this as a new immigrant looking forward to migrate to Canada via the study route or the various pathways that are available. But particularly I'll be talking about the study route because of course we know how expensive it is to migrate to Canada now. So without wasting much of your time, I will dive right into today's video. Yes. So yesterday being March 6, 2024, the Immigration Minister, Sean Fraser, announced Canada's plan to make the RNIP a permanent pathway for immigration program, and to expand it more into more rural areas. So we all might be wondering, what is the RNIP? The RNIP stands for the Rural Northern Immigration Pilot Program. This was a program that I announced. I don't know if you've been following my page for a while. You remember that in one of my videos I talked about this program and I said that it was just in the testing phase. So now the government has decided to make it more permanent pathway now. So that means it has passed its testing stage and they have seen that it's actually useful to most of these communities in the rural part of Canada. In addition to this, more French communities will be encouraged to participate in the new modified Rural Northern Immigration Pilot Program. So this was not just only the program that was announced, they actually announced two programs. So this is one of it, and I'll be talking about the second one as we proceed more into the video. But they also announced that in addition, more French communities will be encouraged to participate in the new modified Rural Northern Immigration Program. This is good news for those studying and working in a rural community, or those that will be planning to study and work in a rural community. So these are the communities that will be participate in this, not affected. So I will be listing down these communities. They are actually 10 in number. I will be starting from North Bay, Ontario, Sunbury, Ontario, Timmins, Ontario, Thunder Bay, Ontario, Sault Ste. Maria, Ontario, pardon my pronunciation if I don't get them correctly, Brandon, Manitoba, Altona, Manitoba, Muse, Jaw, Saskatchewan, Vernon, British Columbia, and Clarkson, Alberta. So these are the 10 rural communities for now that will be participating in this program actually. So I'll be moving forward. They also introduced the Francophone Community Immigration Pilot Program. This was also introduced. This is something that they announced yesterday, which delivers on RICC's commitment in the policy on Francophone immigration. This is meant to run from 2024 to 2028. Implementation plan to include new Francophone communities targeted by Regional Economic Immigration Program, where the employers and the community have a role in selecting newcomers for their area. The purpose of this is to increase the number of French-speaking newcomers settling in Francophone minority communities outside of Quebec, and will help ensure the economic development of Francophone minority communities, while also helping to restore and increase their demographic weight. So two announcements was made. This is the second one. I also talked about the first one. The first one was just announcing that the RNIP is now a permanent pathway, while this one was introduced actually. But also more smaller communities will be added to the above list by fall of 2024. So what are the benefits of studying or working in the above cities that I just mentioned? 1. LMIA/offer/process not needed. So if you want to transition in these communities, you necessarily don't need an LMIA job offer, and the process is actually not needed. 2. Non-continuous Canadian work experience is acceptable. So for some, other pathways require you to have a continuous Canadian work experience for a certain period of time before you can be accepted to apply for PR and other things. But they are telling you that if you're in these communities, even if you don't have a continuous Canadian work experience, you can also be accepted for this trip. Another one is the international graduates who study for 2 years do not need work experience to qualify for PR through the RNIP. Let me call it RNIP before I bite my mouth, please. I'll be my tongue. So you don't need that. 4. If you study for only 1 year, you will need only 1 year of work experience to qualify for PR. You need only 1 year. Licensing requirements are not needed for regulated occupations. Like when I talked about the Saskatchewan stream, you should go back and watch the video if you have not watched it. When I talked about it, I talked about if you're into IT, you might need a license or need a letter of approval from a board because it's a regulated operation or occupation. It's a regulated occupation. So, but they are telling you that even if your occupation is license required, you will not need it for this if you're in this community. Also, high-level skilled work experience or job offer is not required. Then, express entry system not required. And finally, age is not a factor for PR. So even if you are 50 years, 40 years, so these are the 7 or 8 benefits of studying or working in these communities that I just mentioned. Let's move forward to quick facts about this. So 1, as of December last year, 31st, 2024, 4,595 newcomers received permanent residency through this pathway. Remember I told you it was a testing program, but even as it was being tested, 4,595 people received. So as of February 21st, 2024, RICC extended the deadline for current RNIP communities to recommend candidates for permanent residency until July 31st, 2024. So if you were not able to get December 31st of last year deadline to give these communities more opportunity to recommend the people they would like to get the permanent residency until July 31st, 2024. So if you're there currently, you're working, you might be lucky to be among these people that might be recommended before July 31st of 2024. Also, on October 31st, 2023, RICC released an immigration system for Canada's future, a report that lays out pathway to strengthen our immigration system to better meet the needs of our country and newcomers. So these are the quick facts, and this is basically everything you will need to know about this pathway. So this is basically all the information I have for now. As time goes by and new communities that will be announced before the fall of this year, I will also come back to do a video about this. So I wish you best of luck, and thank you guys for watching. I believe if you've watched to this part of this video, you would have subscribed, liked, and shared. You always have to like and comment just so YouTube can recommend these videos to people that will need it. I mean, there are thousands of people out there and they might need this video because currently now maybe they find themselves in this situation and other things. So why don't you just like, comment, and share? Encourage me to always come back. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy to sit down and shoot video, edit, all the work that goes through this. Again, I remain your humble host, NnukwuAda. Have a great day.